Good afternoon. Welcome to our beginning self-defense video series, I guess you want to call it. This is just our time. Once you guys get done with class, once you ladies get done with class and you go home, often that time period between when you had class and the next class, it's a week long. And that can be a really good time for all of that material that you've talked about to kind of get absorbed by everything else that's happening in your life, whether it be school or work or family life or social life or whatever it is. And this is our time that I want to take and give it back to you in kind of condensed form so that you can see it and really get it processed into your life so you can keep it there and work with it and remember it, and so you can live it and see it, because I don't want any of you to be victims of violent crime. I really don't. That's what this self-defense class is for. That's what these 8 weeks are for, is so that you can see it and you can make it part of your life, not try to change your life to stay safe. We want this to be easy so it's part of your life. Okay? If you haven't gone over to slideshare.net, or if you're already on SlideShare and you're watching this video on slideshare.net, make sure you go and get our syllabus and all of the course materials. Slideshare.net. Then you can look at my profile, Josh Waltzing, W-A-L-T-Z-I-N-G. You can see any PowerPoints, any handouts, any videos that we're going to have, and you'll be able to download them and print them so that you can have them, or you can give them to people that you want to see this information. I'm giving this information to you online so that you can give it to people. If there's anybody else that wants to come in and take the class, they're still welcome to come take the class. Please have them come take the class. We really want to get everybody's participation in this so that we can all stay safe. Okay? Today's topic, or actually this week's topic, was what is self-defense? And we talked about a couple main things: the difference between martial arts and self-defense, the burden of proof, the legal definition of self-defense and use of force, and just want to touch on those a little bit. Number one, what is self-defense? Self-defense is essentially, as we talked about on your handouts, on your sheets, if you got those handy, self-defense is a daily plan to keep you safe. A personal safety strategy, I guess, is one thing, and it is a way for you to stay safe everywhere. Okay? Oftentimes we think of self-defense and martial arts as being synonymous. They're not quite synonymous, okay? I'm a martial artist, I'm a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo, but martial arts is not directly self-defense, okay? We talked about that. They're not the same. They can't be the same because violence is so different. Violence is so varied. We talked about on the sheet, a screaming argument, a threat display, date rape, a robbery, a fight, someone trying to kill you, an active shooter situation, a SWAT team member's high-risk entry into the room. Remember I was talking about those? Those are all forms of violence, but a martial arts training is usually style-specific or it's sport-specific, and it's not going to talk about all of those things as a whole. Okay? Self-defense is going to give you everything. It's going to talk about the causes of violence and how to stay safe because of those different forms of violence. It can adapt and change. So martial arts and self-defense are not the same. They're not the same. Training and education are different. We want to have education, not specific training. And oftentimes martial arts are very specific training for one thing or another. Okay? The legal definition of self-defense, we talked about the difference between fighting and self-defense, that fighting was consensual combat, that the consent can happen very quickly and very easily. We don't even sometimes notice that it's happening, and it's just there. But the legal definition of self-defense, if you look at your notes, it's right here. We have section 2 under fighting and self-defense. Self-defense is protecting yourself from an unprovoked, unasked for assault, and the consequences will be dire if you fail. Meaning, if you don't protect yourself, you might get robbed, you might get raped, you might get murdered, your family might get robbed, stabbed, murdered. Those are things that we don't want. Okay, so that's what self-defense is It's protecting yourself from those things. We also talked about the use of force and the burden of proof. When you claim self-defense, you are no longer innocent until proven guilty. You have given up your innocence. You've admitted that you committed a crime, saying, I did this that's normally considered illegal, but I did it in order to stop somebody else from hurting me. This person was trying to hurt me. I felt like I was in jeopardy. There were these circumstances, these extenuating circumstances. Remember, we talked about those things, those extenuating circumstances, and I had to protect myself. I had to hurt this person in order to keep me safe. Okay? So that's self-defense. Now you have to prove that you didn't commit a crime. You have to prove that you did it in self-defense. Alright? Go to useofforce.us and you can read all about what is the illegal and judicious use of force on there. It really goes through and gives you a good breakdown. I gave you the link right in your handouts. If you get our handouts from slideshare.net, you can also click right to it and you can see it. Okay? And the box, if you remember the self-defense box, if you saw that and it looks like this, remember our box? If it fits inside that box, this is self-defense, okay? If the threat to you is physical, if it is happening now, all right, if you did not escalate or start the situation, and did you stop once the threat is passed? If you can qualify all four of those criteria, it's self-defense. If someone looking at it from the outside, if the judge, jury, and prosecution can prove that you escalated the situation, it's no longer self-defense. If they can prove that he turned around and he started to run away and you chased him down and you attacked him, there's no longer self-defense. If they can prove that you were reacting to him insulting you, it's no longer self-defense. Okay? So review these notes. Take a look at that. Remember, we talked about self-defense and martial arts. You can look at these things all over on slideshare.net. Also, come check us out on Facebook, facebook.com. Keyword search Shoots Martial Arts, SCHUTZ Martial Arts. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Mr. Josh Waltzing. You can follow my blog, mrjoshmartialarts.wordpress.com, and you can get all of the information. I'm all over the place. Send me an email, and we can chat, we can talk, we can try and keep this information fresh in your mind. Okay? Our next class is January 24th, 2011. Same room, 111B, over in the Sauk Center Junior High, Sauk Center Middle School, at 8 o'clock. So January 24th, 2011 is our next class. Have a good couple weeks. I know it's kind of weird. We got one class and then 2 weeks off, but school's canceled next Monday, so you have to wait a week. So have a good week, and I will see you on the 24th.